The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Tuesday! Looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where it is 89 degrees, which is actually the high today. So we're under 90 for the first time in forever. Low is 76. Kurt, if you're going to sit in that chair, you got to pull your weight.
Okay, let me think.
Got to pull your weight, Kurt.
He's Shannon. This is Nate. Back. I am Kurt, filling in for Salt and Pepper Poppy. Paul's in the back, keeping us live. Together, we are the sports talk equivalent of Braille.
People
feel.
We speak.
When we stutter through the opening.
Brought to you each and every show by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Almost got the whole band back together today.
We're trying.
We got about another week. Jesse is out in beautiful Oxnard.
Yes, he is.
We think he's going to call in at some point, hopefully.
Yes.
We will see. But man, lots to talk about. Like we'll save the quarterback talk for Jesse.
Yeah.
Because Nate, I know you over it.
Yeah. Look at these
Nate's
people, man.
Nate's
Beautiful.
waving at one of the tours out here in the hall.
At least they got a better chance of making the team.
Oh, fellas.
Yes.
Where'd you watch the game at?
I watched it at home.
Home.
How about you?
Home.
Yeah?
Yeah. Home.
Sitting at the bar,
Sitting
relaxing?
Sitting in my brand.
Remember the guy that from across the water with the is he Irish or the guy?
Paul.
Yeah, I wonder what Paul is
Scottish
thinking right
Paul?
now. We should have got Paul to call in.
He probably stayed up till 4 a.m. to watch preseason
I don't even know
football.
if they could see it over there this time.
No,
Maybe the tape delay.
the app.
NFL.
You can watch it on the app, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I'll message him and see what he's doing.
Yeah, man, because
So it's weird for you, Nate, because you saw basically the same thing without the fancy jerseys on the week before in Oxnard. Same result, kinda. Got beat up a little bit. Didn't really get to see a whole lot of. Here's my. I know how you feel about this because we talked about it last week after the practice.
hold on.
What?
Take your time. Okay. Get your thoughts together.
All right, sorry, I'm all over the place.
Yes, you are. Go ahead on.
Kurt sent us a nice little note.
Yeah, let it help you.
Mahomes, Burrow, Love, Lawrence, Nix, and Young all played. Dak did not play. Booker did not play. Thomas, who is basically a rookie, only took 10 snaps.
None of the starters really played.
What are your thoughts? Again, I know it hasn't changed since last week, but Kurt didn't hear you last week. By the way, Kurt,
Yeah.
how'd everything check out for you last week?
Good. All good.
We let the listeners know that keep you in their thoughts and prayers. You're good?
All good.
Still clean?
Still clean and
Good.
kicking along.
Good. Congratulations. Great to
You
hear.
still able to 3-pump, huh?
Still 3 points.
Okay.
But Nate, what is the advantage of not letting because after this, I think do you need to see
I think so.
more backup quarterback play than you do Dak playing? And if you're a coach, are you like, you know what, Dak, you good. We know what we got with you. I mean, I would like to see him in for a few series to get some timing, but I think you got more questions at backup quarterback than you. But it's like every year, if Dak goes down, it's like, okay, run the ball, which you're not doing that real well anyway.
I just wish, preseason was all about, 1, staying healthy, 2, evaluating players. I wish there was more focus on getting the starters ready. There's none of that to me, really.
Yeah.
And it used to be that way,
Hey, just patiently wait his turn. He's got a lot to say. You can tell he's got a lot to say.
Not. Fellas, I've listened to other people's shows. We see what's going on here. The coach said he's not trying to show much with his scheme, so he's dependent on players to show them that they earn the right to play. for this team during the 17-game season. And we just don't see a lot of excitement because the players have not picked up their tempo. The Rams came in last Tuesday, set a good tempo for all guys. Say, hey, this is how you practice. This is the tempo you use, so that when you go into a game, you can go to another level. We have not forced the tempo dating back to last year. We have not brought the physicality it takes to win games. What we finished with last year is a disastrous run game. What we saw during the preseason, his first one was a disastrous run game. It took both our defense and offensive lines to the fourth quarter before they started having a collective victory, as one line defensively or one line offensively. And and I hope I can safely say this, I'm not judging that quarterback, number 10, because I knew when the fella came that on the level that we're trying to play on and that we're trying to accomplish, he's not there. So for me to keep kicking, it's been enough piling on. He's not ready, unless you're going to run that run-pass option scheme. Unless you're going to run that 85% of the time, he's not ready. So I'm not going to pile on him. I try to tell people this, and I say it around the world. Stop sending your kids to schools that features that. The NFL has not 100% went to that type of offense. So parents, quit sending your kids to these type programs. I mean, because when they get to the NFL, they're going to ask them 1 read, 2 reads, 3 reads. And then if it's a slant, throw it with some crispness, but don't throw it like a hot ball of lead. You know what I'm saying? So, I see what everyone is trying to do for over there, the scouting, coaching, whatever. You're trying to solidify a guy, but he's evidently he's not ready. And it's not going to take me, well, we got 2 more preseason games. If he couldn't read his first read and his second read in the first preseason game, he come to Ravens. Yeah. Their defense ain't no slouch. No. That's first team, second team, third team, 18, 19. So you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's about as much as I'm going to say about that.
So how do you don't feel, and I don't either, that he could be a solid backup?
Not now.
So how do you balance? I mean, do they need to be putting Greer in and getting him ready?
I think Greer sure get more against the Ravens. I was talking to one of the other gentlemen on the show. Heckman Harrison, who was on mixed shots, and I told him, I said he was kind of upset that they wasn't running the ball in the first quarter. I'm like, you have 2 options here. You've given everybody an impression that Milton is your second team quarterback. Mm-hmm. He needs tremendous amount of work at this time. Would you rather work on the run game? Because there's only backups in there. Yeah. You rather work on the run game, or you would rather work on your backup quarterback being able to make some basic reads? So I'm trying to think like the coach. And then when the second quarter came, they started running the ball more. They said, well, maybe if we get this kid in a rhythm, let him roll out. So it worked to a certain extent. But this preseason game just wasn't very aesthetic. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
It wasn't a
visually
good,
appealing.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
That's aesthetic.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Was it? Well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say preseason when you talk about it like that, like for the good teams, it's just a walkthrough, and you get some looks at some younger players. For teams that are still trying to figure it out, it's got to be maddening for a coach. Because like you said, you're trying to work on the pass game and figure this out, but then you need work on the run game. And then when you finally get around to it, the other team's got their 3rd and 4th string dudes in, so you can't really even get a good evaluation.
It was seconds and thirds.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden towards the end of the game, we got 95 players basically. And 40 of them or 35 of them is solid on the team. Mm-hmm. So the rest is fighting. But you still don't want to even get that special teams guy, this guy that's going to be the third team, this, that, and other, because he's a special teams guy. So he's out of the game. So the 45 guys that you're looking at, only about 10 or 12 of them is going to make it? Yeah. So these are guys that are fighting for their lives, but they couldn't equal to what the Rams, same set of guys, was doing.
And how does that help your team get ready for the season? Because you're playing guys that aren't even going to be around, or aren't going to have much of an impact. How does that help you get ready for week one?
See, Kurt, I've always had this problem because we see other teams that are in the playoffs year in and year out playing their veteran players, and that hurts because we want to be ready to go. Coach Schottenheimer really thinks that he has his guys where they need to be, because if I got to believe if he didn't think that his guys or his scheme or whatever he's got pushing him to do it the way he's doing it, I'm hoping this is not a big push from up or above him. Because if it is, it's a detriment to Coach Shanahan because he needs – not Shanahan, is it? Schottenheimer, excuse me. I'm Shanahan, excuse me, sir. Coach Schottenheimer, it's a detriment because if he wants those guys to play, let them play. People keep talking about injuries. Folks, they're going to happen regardless of whether you believe it or not. Lost their left tackle, the Chargers. The number one left tackle, I think, is in the game right now.
Slater.
Yeah, they and they lost him to a non-contact. Nobody hit him. So these things happen. Hit, no hit, shorts, full gear. You better know what your team is. And what Coach Schottenheimer is saying to us by this first preseason game, I know who my team is. Let's just hope that it shows up.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
And how can he? I mean, you've got a rookie right guard and basically a rookie left tackle. And, well, I mean, how can you know? How is he running back? I mean,
hey, all I
how do you figure that out without them? Can they be – maybe this is the next segment, but can they be ready just from practice in one scrimmage?
And we will answer that.
When we come back, Jesse Holly will join the show.
Yes, sir. Hurry up, Jess.
Be right back.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Paul, I got the live read, and I'm going to read it right now. Thank you, Blockchain.com, the proud sponsor of the second segment of Hanging with the Boys each and every show. Thank you.
Blockchain, baby.
By the way, go join the contest for Wingstop. Come on the show with us.
Let's do
Come
it.
hang out. DallasCowboys.com/Wingstop/2025. And we get to eat some free wings together.
I like it.
Speaking of wings, the man that likes his bone-in,
It's
live and
well, and
spicy.
extra seasoning.
Extra seasoning, live from Oxnard, California. Jesse Holly!
What's up, fellas? What's going on, man?
What's up?
happening? What's happening?
Where are you at? I know where you
I'm-
are. Where exactly are you at?
So I'm standing right. I'm right on the tennis court, but I'm like looking at practice from like where I'm standing. I walked away from the field because I didn't want to have the music playing too loud in the background.
Yep.
That's right. You smart.
Yep.
So
How long has it
I
been?
walked away.
How long has it been since you've been to a Cowboys training camp?
Last year, I was here last year.
Oh, okay.
He was here, but he was not here. He ran away. Remember, he got his money.
That's right.
Fleeted.
That's right. I do remember that.
Hey, Jesse.
Yes, sir.
Kurt has a barrage of questions.
A barrage,
What's up?
a barrage of questions about the same subject.
Yeah.
Take it away, Kurt.
Take it away, Kurt.
Well, we've been talking about.
Kurt. Take it away, Kurt. I've been.
Well, it concerns me that we're so worried about. Well, I get staying healthy, but player evaluation. The last 30-something players on the roster played the other night, the last half, guys that aren't really going to have an impact. Can this team be ready by week 1 if the starters aren't prepared? Can they get prepared in just one scrimmage in practices?
No.
In the story. Next segment. Next segment.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Kurt and Shannon and Nate understand this and knows this, that as simple as it sounds, you got to play ball. Like, you got to play ball. And when you're trying to establish new culture, when you're trying to put in a new defense, and you're trying to put in your version of this offense, you got to see it live. You can make up whatever scenarios that you want in practice. It ain't the same, right? Because you go, oh, yeah, this pass play absolutely works. Why? Because that dude in practice, well, he held the ball for 7 seconds. We let the sack go, right? And so now he's just still making the plays down the field. It's when you get these guys in these live games is when, you get a chance to truly evaluate what they are, what are their deficiencies, what are their pluses, what are their minuses, and how you can coach that up or coach that out of a particular player. I use the example about a guy like Tyler Booker. You think Dak Prescott wants to find out if Tyler Booker can actually play NFL football September 4th? When Jalen Carter's sitting over top of him and snot running from his nose and he's salivating from the mouth? I don't think so. I don't think you want to find out whether or not Tyler Booker can actually protect Dak Prescott on September 4th. And then you talk about the other guys, because this is the trickle-down effect. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, you want them to be successful. Well, if my line can't block, my quarterback can't get his proper read, that means he's running what we like to call for the love of the game routes. We just running routes all day, but we're not actually getting no action. So I don't think that you can be ready to play a professional NFL regular season football game if majority, if not all of the dudes who are going to be in those games aren't actually playing in games that give you a simulated scenario of what it would look like.
You got any more questions, Kurt, that need
Well,
to be answered?
What did you?
Quit saying we. This is your segment.
It's your segment, Kurt.
That man gave you a great answer.
Answer.
And you sat there and looked at us like we got horns growing out of our head. This is yours.
It's you to the death, Kurt. We don't need them.
No, I know they're not paying attention, probably. So you never know. So, you're out there now. What are you seeing? How's it feel to you? What's the vibe after that last game?
Yeah. I'll say the vibe is Coach Shotty recognizes that they aren't where he thinks they should be. Hence why today is a padded practice, and he said it'll be a physical padded practice, about an hour and 45 minutes. Tomorrow will be another physical padded practice. It'll be about 2 hours. And so he's trying to get in as many padded practices as he can because he realized what he thought was physical ain't really physical. And to be honest with you, Kurt, Shannon, and Nate, it's really tough to think that you're going to get physical only being physical with a bunch of dudes who aren't used to being physical. Right? So if I'm practicing physicality with dudes who don't know how to be physical, I'm not truly getting the true essence of physical. Now, this Saturday, the walking embodiment of what a physical team looks like, they're the Baltimore Ravens. They're going to show you. The Rams showed you what that looked like. And I think Shoddy kind of, live and in person got a taste of, this is what physical looks like, because we got punked in practice and we got punked in the game. We ain't anywhere close to where we need to be from a physicality standpoint. Not a talent standpoint, but a physicality standpoint. Are we where we're supposed to be? And if that's the culture push and change that you're trying to make, is going from a country club to a physical unit, then, you got to get guys out here going up against what that looks like, and they'll have another opportunity this week against the Baltimore Ravens.
See, Jesse, that's what when we did this segment earlier, that was my main goal. Tempo with no physicality, you still running the same game. You have to be physical in what you're trying to do. We ended the season last year a mess for us versus the run. We go into a preseason game and it was worse. And the young guys that they have drafted or either signed in free agency, they were nowhere to be found. I looked at the.
And let me also say this, Nate, because I know guys are saying, well, a lot of the guys are starters. Here's the thing about defensive line and offensive line that differs. When Nate goes in the game as an offensive lineman, right? Nate is expected to play every single offensive snap unless he gets hurt. Right. There is no rotation for Nate Newton. There is no rotation for offensive linemen. So the guys that you saw in the game on Saturday are a part of the defensive rotation. Defensive linemen rotate.
Right.
They go in and out of the game all game. So the guys that you saw not being able to hold up in the run on this past weekend are guys who you're going to see in the game when the lights are on. So those guys will be in that rotation. It's not like offensive line where unless you hurt, you come out the game. No. Defensive guys, they rotate every certain amount of plays. So the inability to bulk up and buck up and be physical against the run, alignment assignment football, come downhill, make your mark being felt. Those guys that you saw on Saturday, a lot of those guys that you will see September 4th in the rotational situation for the Cowboys up front defensively, and they did not stop the run.
When you talk about physicality, that's the common theme, right? We've been out physical for however many years it's been. How do you teach that? How do you implement that? What do you do right now at this point of the season in practice, in training camp? Like it's I know it's a mentality but how do you change? Because it doesn't look like through one joint practice and one preseason game that we've gotten any more physical. How can you make a team more physical? What do you do?
First of all,
go ahead.
No, go ahead on Jesse, and then I'll play off.
Well, I think the first thing you got to do is what you can do at practice is keep getting all the practice that you can in. And to be honest with you, and this is not against the rules, hey, schedule more joint practice with physical football teams. Right? Keep going at this thing in such a way, but then when you get in the game, this has to be an overall mentality. And I'll say this quickly. I don't know if you guys talked about this or not, but I got a chance to watch the gambler and his team, the Cowboys, last night. And you know what I took away from that? And Nate, you are the perfect person to speak into that. Like, I watched that, and I watched those dudes, and I saw those dudes. Man, those are dudes, bro. Like, them jokers was about that. They was about, like, you ain't going to just, when they took on the Niners in 92, they was like, man, we gonna be walking out of here physically dominating these dudes. And when you hear guys like Bill Romanowski say, man, that was the most physical game I've ever played in. Steve Young says that was playing against the Cowboys, that was the most physical game I've ever been in my career. Like, that's the type of thing that you got to build those palaces in the trenches in practice. And you know what I'm saying? And you got to have the right dudes who want to go out there and do that. You got to have the dudes who want to go out there and inflict pain and hurt and harm on another man. Like, we laugh at Mike and all those guys for Mike, how he says that, but they was about that life. I don't think you have enough guys in this football team, Jimmy V. Joes, that want to go out there and inflict harm on another human being. Not the talking about it, not saying it, but physically want to go out there and break another man. We don't have enough of those dudes on this football team. We don't have enough coaches that coach that on this football team, and we don't do it enough in practice on this football team to go out there on any given game and now all of a sudden turn on the switch and be this physical football team. That has to be a for real installed mentality. That has to be the way that you approach it, the people that you bring around here. Like, that has to be a way of life. Like, you think about the Ravens. The Ravens embody that. They walk around, and you know, if you become a Baltimore Raven, it's going to be a physical style of football. If you become a San Francisco 49er, it's going to be a physical style of football. Like, that's an embodiment that is echoed throughout the building. That part here, and I'm not saying that it can't be here. I'm saying that it ain't happening in one off season. It's not. It's not. It ain't just get this way overnight. You ain't changing over a mini camp and an OTA in one training camp. No, that's why I keep saying you got to keep going. I don't care about the injuries. You got to keep going. But you keep going, and then you get to the game, and you hold 30 dudes out? Come on. like Nate, what do you say, Nate, when y'all are going into the training camp and you look down there and it's a rookie that ain't playing in a preseason game one? Like, I just imagine, you know what Charles Haley would say to that?
Yeah, man.
Charles Haley would be like, who the hell, get this, Charles Haley might make that dude go get his uniform despite what the coach said. Go put your uniform on, young fella. You need to go out there and play.
Yeah, wow, Jeff, we got to take this break, boy. That was a good little thing.
Why you ushering Jesse out the door?
No, we got to take a break. He coming back.
No, we don't have to take no break. Who said we got to take a break? Paul ain't say we got to take no break.
Come on.
Are you coming back, or is this your only segment, Jesse?
Come on, stay.
Yeah, I'll come back.
All right, come back, because this is fine. You know, the football stuff's fine. Whether we going to win 7 games, 12 games, I want to know about this premiere you got to go see.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk about that when we come back. Hanging with the boys. Be right back.
Wow.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by 7-Eleven. Kurt, Jesse,
Yes.
Jesse, I know there's 7-Elevens out there in California, and there's a $5,000 winner every single day. Shop with 7 rewards, then play the in-app game for a chance to win $5,000 in cash. New daily cash winners only at 7-Eleven. Are you next? I actually played over the weekend.
Nice.
Got me some gas, got me some Gatorades, and then Got me some scratch offs.
Nice.
No purchase necessary. Ends 1/6/2026. U.S. and D.C. ages 16 and over. For full official rules and free gameplay, go to 5k-a-day.com/rules. There we go.
Can I put out a shameless plug?
100%.
It's our Deep Blue documentary time.
Hey.
Go check out one we just put out last Thursday. Ran locally at Saturday. The Dirty Dozen, 50th anniversary. So check out that documentary on DallasCowboys.com or the YouTube channel. Yeah, it was fun.
Cool. You part of that one?
I wrote and produced that one, yeah.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Jesse, did you fart or burp?
I didn't do anything.
We heard some noise over there. I don't know what that was. It was a, All right. Tell us about this documentary. What did you how did you fall into that? And then tell us your initial thoughts, because everybody in the city is wants to see it. So
Yeah, one, take the surprise out your voice. Like I'm like that. People know me around here. Nah, I'm playing. No, it's, let me be clear, like, because people think like, oh, this is a Jerry Jones thing. This was a Netflix event. Like Netflix threw this, put this on. This was a Netflix event. And the Cowboys, of course, and Jerry Jones and family participated in it, but this was thrown by Netflix. So I got the invite from Netflix to come out and to be a part of this. And I got to tell you, I honestly got to tell you, when I got done watching it, I went into the thing like, oh, here we go. We got to hear the revisionist history of what we already know. And then I watched this thing, man, and my first words when I got done watching it was, damn, he's done it again. Like, the cinematic value of this. And I'll tell you, like, last night, what we watched, and I watched some other episodes because I had access to the streaming. But last night we watched about 10 minutes of first episode, and then we jumped right in and watched the whole episode 3, right? And episode 3, Nate, you're going to be all too familiar with this. This landed us right there in 1992, the NFC East Championship game versus who, Nate?
Mm-hmm.
The San Francisco 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a perspective and an insight. The way that they did this was you heard from Steve Young, Bill Romanowski, Jerry Rice, Eddie DeBartolo, who was the head coach? I think it's Cooper at the time.
Steve Walker.
You heard from Emmett, Michael, Charles, Jerry, Jimmy, and it's these two perspectives going back and forth, right? It's the Niners, who were kind of like the team of the 80s, late 80s, going into the early 90s, and like it's this upstart, Cowboys team, and you're hearing the stories from back and forth. And what made it so have such cinematic value is, if you're a Cowboys fan, if you're of the people of our ages and older, you know what this game is. You know what it is. You know how it is. You know who it ends with. You know all the storylines. But to hear it and to see the way that they did it, and while you're kind of engulfed in the game and it's going back and forth, they cut away. And then they go back and they tell the story, how Jerry, in football in Arkansas, and how he was borrowing money left and right. And he tells those stories and how he borrowed $800,000 to get this oil well. And he talked about when the oil well, when they drilled down and all that, and this oil well started spitting all the oil out, $100 million oil well. And, how he sold, he had pizza shops, and he sold mobile homes and shoes and this. He tells a quick story about how he was almost in bed with Jimmy Hoffa to get money to buy the San Diego Chargers at the time. And so, it was so cinematically done well. It was phenomenal. And I said, damn it, he pulled me back in. He got me again. The way that the Way brothers, the W-A-Y, the Way brothers who directed it, how they got you back and forth into all these different stories. There's another portion of it that I was watching where he kind of, he talks about at the owners' meeting when the kind of thing, the ish really hit the fan between him and Jimmy and how that happened. And he said some choice things in there. I won't spoil it for y'all, but he said some choice things in there that you're like, oh, what? That you already know, but to hear it from the horse's mouth is another thing, man. But it was, to see it, and maybe it was the movie theater vibe But, boy, I left there, and I said this earlier on another show I was on. I said, yeah, I know I'm not a company man. I don't carry the water for nobody. I say what I want. I do what I want, all that kind of crazy stuff. So when people are like, oh, you're being a company man, y'all know I ain't a company man. Y'all know I shoot a straight with everything and everybody. I was like, damn. I was like, damn. That cinematically, that was done. Netflix, the way that they delivered this, man, is people are going to be. I think, even if you heard the stories, we all heard the stories. Been around long enough. I thought cinematically it was done, so well. And then to hear Pat Summerall and John Madden, calling them, it just felt like my heart smiled to hear Pat Summerall say, "And it's Smith over," and hey guys, and something back. It was so well done, man.
Well,
people are gonna enjoy it. He got another hit, man. He got another freaking hit.
Well, you sold me because I've been listening to all the local media talk about on all the shows. Are you going to watch it? Are you interested? And I'm thinking to myself, I know the stories. Like, believe me, I know more of the behind the scenes stuff than 99.9% of the general public. Like, there's nothing in here that like I'm going to learn from this. But Jesse, I think you sucked me in. I think I'm gonna have to go watch it, man.
I was the same way. I wanted to not like it. I was like, I'm going because, you're in Hollywood. There's a lot of important people here. There's Netflix people here. So, I'm always trying to get $1. I'm always going to try to get $1. So I'm like, let me just go and just kind of use the opportunity to, rub elbows with people, exchange cards, get information, and so on and so forth, right? And I was like, I'm like you, Shannon. I know the stories. I've heard them all, yada, 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 and I went into the theater and was like, oh, my goodness. We got another one.
Well, I'll watch it. We'll spare you the last 5 minutes of the show. Any last parting words or thoughts before we let you go?
I would say that listening and speaking to Shotty yesterday, the way that they got embarrassed in practice and in games, I think has resonated with him. And again, he's going to try to come out here today and have some really physical padded practice. I'm not saying that Shotty has rabbit ears, but I think Shotty has heard and is hearing all of the talk about how he didn't play so many players. I think we're going to see that change. I'm not saying that guys like Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, who I think should play, those guys, all guys should play. I don't think those guys are going to be in his players playing this weekend against the Ravens, but I can say that you won't see as many guys in Cowboy paraphernalia and baseball caps this Saturday against the Ravens.
That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing because when you look at the game, you're just saying to yourself, "This is not it. This is not what you want to show your public, your fans. That was not it, man." And we've been saying it. You've been saying it. I've been saying it. And I said it last week. I'm like, it's nowhere in the world that we cannot have 65 to 70% of our starters playing. It's the 8 or 9 guys that we know what they can do, but the rest should be playing. Mm-hmm. And it shocked me when I looked out there, no Booker, no this, no that. I'm like, what?
I just think 8 or 9 guys are too much, honestly. Like, I'm thinking 3-4. I think the rest of these guys, I'm thinking 3-4 guys.
But I'm talking about, Diggs ain't going to play, Bland, guys like that.
I mean, but those are hurt guys, right? Those are hurt guys. Those guys don't have the ability to
Those are part of my 6. If we take away those 6, 7 guys, you're right. Only 3 or 4 guys should be sitting down and one holding out, so it don't matter.
Yeah. Which also, that hearing the comments about Mr. Jones on the blue carpet made me realize exactly why we're at this point again, at this point of the season, with your superstar not on the field, because it's all about the 365-day-a-year soap opera.
Say what, Jesse?
I also have an answer for you guys. When we had the conversation a week ago about Micah Parsons, what are we doing for his conditioning and stuff like that. That's the benefit of kind of being here, boots on the ground in Oxnard. I got over here early today. I was doing some other stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I was double dipping. So I got over here really, really, really early. today, and before anybody was else here, I had to do an early show. And lo and behold, who was out there before any of the media or anybody else was able to get out into the facility? Micah. And he's out there with the strength and conditioning coaches. He's working on some conditioning drills. So, yes, while you're not seeing it during practice and you're not seeing it after practice, he is committed to doing it earlier in the day. So he is getting that in. I witnessed that with my own 2 eyes.
But Jesse, like we said, if they ain't out there, they ain't beating him with bars of soaps wrapped up in towels. He ain't gonna have them calluses, man.
Correct.
You know.
Yeah. But he is doing something.
That's good.
But yes, you're absolutely right.
That's good. All right, and he's still there, wearing his Cowboys gear, right?
Yeah, he's at practice today. He walked by me about 10 minutes ago.
Blows my mind, man.
I don't think he has Cowboys gear on the day.
He does it? Oh.
But he's there.
He's there.
He
All
might.
right.
I can't tell.
Well, Jesse, I know you'll get some good insight out there for us today and tomorrow, and then join the show Thursday. And then guess what? We all back together, baby. We getting the band together. You know, we're getting close to getting back. Chris actually answered one of our group text messages today for the first time, I think, since he's been in California. So y'all get it in out there and come back home, and let's do a show all in the same place. So
let's do it.
We will talk to you Thursday, man.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Jess.
Later, man.
Fellas, any other last-minute thoughts, comments?
I'm riding with Coach Schottenheimer. I'm
you gonna trust in Shotty right now?
I'm trusting him, man. And
right.
then, because I told you I'm gonna watch every move you make. I'm gonna listen to everything he says. But one thing that was very obvious about this game, and I know it was a bunch of backups. So, but that ain't what you want to see. Backups or otherwise. You think the Rams fans are saying, "Whoo, man, them Cowboys really took it to us."
Is there anybody that did?
Yeah, that's. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If I'm a 3 technique, boom. If I'm playing over the right or left guard as a defensive lineman, my job is to not let you move me. And that's whether you first team, second team, third, because you're trying to make a team. I'm not gonna let you and Kurt move me off this ball because this is my livelihood. And these guys played like, oh, well, just another practice. And it wasn't just another practice.
Did anybody stand out to you? Anybody?
I saw 1 or 2 guys make some plays. I can't think of number 51's name. Defensive lineman, his name, Henry or something. Let me get the kid's name right since I brought up his name. 51, Ernest Brown made a play or 2. Donovan, the rookie, made a play or 2. Lewis Marifau, is that?
Oh.
Yep.
He did well early. He got 10 snaps. But once again, you had a guy out there who's he's his 3rd year, and this guy didn't do nothing. I mean, and he's the starting nose guard. And I'm saying to myself, you had 10 snaps and was ineffective. That is not what the Cowboy fans deserve. No. And that's so I'm gonna get off there because I'm in Schottenheimer I trust, and Schottenheimer I trust.
There you go. All right. Well,
oh Jesus, come on, Coach.
We will be games. What, Friday?
Yeah.
Friday this week.
Saturday.
Saturday.
This
Yeah.
Week? All right.
The Ravens.
Saturday.
And they second and third team players is going to be coming with it, trying to make the team, okay?
It's amazing how when you get that identity as being tough, like you're a tough.
Yes.
It sticks with you. Like you're a tough team. That's part of your culture. And, I know that's what they're trying to build here, but like it would feel so good to have days back like what Jesse was talking about when Nate and those guys were like when you played the Cowboys, you feel it.
Let me say this right here. And I'm not, it's not a knock against our scouting department, our coaches, anybody. But fellas, Jesse didn't want to say it, and I'm reluctant to say it, but I have to because, like I say, I'll joke and jive and I'll play with the fans and everything, say some off the wall stuff. But you got to have better players.
Yeah. You got to have physical players to play physical, right?
Yeah, and you got to, when you're getting ready to draft a guy, when you're getting ready to bring a guy in here, you got to bring in better guys. When Jimmy made that culture change, I heard him say, see, a lot of times I used to listen to coach a lot. He's like, man, I got to get better players. I heard him say that so many times. I mean, he would be walking off the field with Mr. Jones. I got to get better players. We was getting ready to play the 49ers, and we was all, I mean, I'm always mesmerized by great quarterbacks. So I'm looking at the great Joe Montana warm up, and I'm like, wow. So I'm standing right next to Mr. Jones and Jimmy, and Jerry said, wow, man. He said, give me a couple of years. We just got to get better players.
There you go. All right, Kurt, good seeing you. Nate, good seeing you. Paul, thanks for keeping us on the air in the back. I still got the live reads. I'll bring them back there to you when the show's over. I'll have them again Thursday. Jesse, thanks for calling in. Chris, thanks for answering our text message today. We'll be back Thursday. And then we're back to, I guess, full time.
Hey, Mama Gross. I know I hadn't spoke to you in a while, Mama
next
Gross.
week we're still part-time.
Oh, are we?
We still part-time into the regular season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we don't know our regular time yet or anything.
Yes.
Right?
I think
Probably one or two.
again.
It's going to be one or two because, Jesse got other venues and avenues and Netflix will soon get him.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back Thursday. Thanks for listening.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!